range. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And now, let's hear it for your Ace.
Brooklyn making some changes. Smith comes in for Brook Lopez. And Henry Sims sub in for Harper. Pacers trail by 13. Stuckey kicks to Ellis. And here are the Nets. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. And it's Mahimi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And it's George missing. Nets leading by 16. Here's Harper. Another miss by Harper.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
There's the screen. Here's George. And it's George again missing.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Shot by Jack, wide open, knocks down the 3 ball.
For 3.
Jack's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Brooklyn. And the Pacers with possession here, trailing by 19. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Young pass to Harper. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. Mahimi dishes to George. Clock at 6. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 3rd in blocks, 3rd in three-point shooting. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
And as you mentioned, so many blocks for them last year. Some highlight reel rejections in that mix over the course of the season. No doubt about it.
Turner's checked in for Indiana. Outside, George. And there's the feed to Stuckey, and he gets it to go. Stuckey's got his second basket of the night.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist from Thaddeus Young. And the Nets lead by 21.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Stuckey drives inside. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Freak number 1.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Freak. 18 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And it's Ellis in for Rodney Stuckey.
And here's a look at numbers for Monte Ellis. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
Three-pointer. Here's Lopez. Soft touch off the glass. Lopez has got 5 now.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Hill kicks to Turner. Now Miles. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Hill, no good. The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Harper buries the long-range jumper. Harper's got 7 points for the quarter.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
On the wing, Ellis. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Here's Harper. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
On the wing, Ellis. It's back to Hill. The three-pointer off the mark. The Nets have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Harper. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Come on now, let's go.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Hill drives in from 7. The second chance effort and fouled hard. That time, he'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And through one half, it hasn't.
And now, let's hear it. Here we go, Pacers fans. Now,
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show. Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. Here's Jack. He's got 10. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harper in at shooting guard. Brook Lopez is out there.
That we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. Al Jefferson played for several teams in his NBA career, but no matter what uniform he has on, he is a load, a real handful, Kenny.
Well, he could shoot the mid-range, Ernie, and that's probably his biggest asset. And, you know, then he could take you down on the block. That's probably one of his bread and butter moves. I like his jump hook, though, because when he goes to that, it creates space in the lane and allows guys to offensive rebound as well.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. Last outing for Brooklyn, they won that game against the Pacers in Indiana. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them. And guys, an important addition to the usual starting lineups has been made tonight, as we'll get to see the first official NBA start from Harper.
Yeah, we knew it would come at some point. This young man is just too talented to not be in the starting lineup. His time has come.
Yes, it has. I mean, he's clearly proven to the powers that be in that organization that he's ready. I mean, let's see if he can make the most of the chance he's been given.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Williams down low with Jefferson. Jeremy Lin is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Batum in at the small forward. Harper's shot's good. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Walker got a hand on it.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
The Hornets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Williams, a screen on Jack. Walker goes in, makes it off the glass.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth. And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Young, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now, here's Walker against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Williams sets a screen for Batum. Shot clock at 3, and it's sent back by Lopez. And now, here comes Young, leading the break. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Batum.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the first one at the line is good. Bogdanovich is checked in for Johnson. Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Jeremy Lin. And Harper drops them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
Yes, Kevin, the crucial aspect for them in his mind is going to be making things tough inside for their opponent. He said they're physical, they like to mix it up. If we don't respond in kind, they'll push us around and we'll get bullied all game. Back to you.
And thank you, Doris.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And it really starting to look like